y'all. Welcome to my first video on TarotTube. My name is Cheryl, and I have been on YouTube before during doing herbalist content, which there's some videos down below if you're still interested in that. But I love tarot, and I really wanted to just join into this community and meet people and share my thoughts and some of my decks and everything. So I thought for my first video, I would do a VR to Tarot is Magic, and the tag is Let's Be Tarot Friends. So this will be my way of kind of introducing myself. The first question is, what type of art are you looking for in a deck? So I'm not really looking for something specific. I like color most of the time, but I'm not into collage decks or like classical art decks. And saying that, I have a collage deck that I absolutely love. It's the only one I have, so it's not a hard no for me for collage decks, but it's the Goddess of Love Tarot. And this one, it just caught my attention. And I was really drawn to it. Here's the backs, and then I edged mine in a red. I love the colors, and it has given me some really good readings. It's about the divine feminine in all of us. And that's helped me to kind of connect with myself better too. So, I may not be into collage decks, but when I find one that catches my attention, then that's definite yes. So this one did. I guess I can move it up a little bit more. There we go. So that was the Goddess of Love Tarot. And who makes this deck? It's by Gabriela Herstik. The second question is, what do you search for in a deck? And I mentioned it. I love colorful decks, but also something that's different or interesting that can pull my attention. One of them I have is this New Vision, Tarot of the New Vision. And I got it in the mini. And this shows the card from the other side, so behind the person or the scene. And so you get a different point of view from it. Like here he is inside the church on the Five of Pence. I just, if it has a different point of view, I get really drawn to it. The only thing I don't like about this, and I don't know if on this deck, if it's just because I got the mini, but the book just gives traditional references for the cards. It doesn't talk about anything new having a different point of view. So I don't know if the full-size deck has that or not, but the mini does not. It just has traditional meanings for the cards. So that's what I tend to search for in a deck. And Tarot of the New Vision is Lo Scarabeo. And I don't know. Oh, it's Pietro Alligo, an artwork by Raul and Gianluca Cestaro. And I'm sorry if I completely mutilated those names. The next question is, what deck am I most intrigued by now and why? So my go-to deck now is the Star Tarot by Cathy McClelland. And it says your path to self-discovery through cosmic symbolism. And this deck, I absolutely love. I have heard that it's based on Thoth. So it's like an RWS and Thoth deck. And it has so many symbols on each card, not just the symbols you traditionally see, but there'll be even more. So there'll be different birds, fairies. There are the colors mean something. This one has butterflies and lilies. And I love it. The colors, of course, get me. I love the colors of it too. And I can see where it's based on Thoth. I'm not very smart about Thoth, but I'm learning. And this just has that feel to it also. And the other good thing about this deck Oh, besides it has the gold borders. There you go. Is the book that comes with it. And it is a chunky little book. I love this. Here's the book. And inside the book, she talks about the card, the color picture of the card, and then the astrological and lunar parts of the card. So this is the Three of Wands. Astrological is Sun in Aries, 10 to 20 degrees in Aries, cardinal fire, second decanate, love slash soul, exhalation. And then the lunar cycle is full moon and the keywords new horizons. And then she goes into kind of a traditional meaning of the cards. But at the last paragraph, she will talk about the symbols in the card. So she talks about on this one, the two wands gave birth to the third wand of creation and universal possibilities. She talks about the butterflies and then the trinity of three. And every card tells you what the extra symbols are. So you can go deeper into it if you want to. And this is the deck that I adore right now. I am so into this deck. So that was the Star Tarot. The next question is, if there is one card in a deck you really don't like, would you not buy it or pass it along? And I wouldn't. It'd have to be, I just go with it. If it's a card or two, it'd have to be like the overall vibe doesn't get me or whatever for me to be like, okay, I'm done with this, or not to buy it. So they also asked, is there a card in a deck you always check out first and why? And I don't. I don't have a card I check out first either. I go for, like I said, the overall vibe of it, the pictures, the artwork, and that such. Next, what is your favorite and least favorite card in tarot and why? So my favorite card in tarot is the Sun, because it's a happy card. So I pulled out some Sun cards that I have, just so you can see different suns. I don't know. That's just the one that always makes me happy when you get it in a reading, you know, things are going good or going to go good. And it just makes me smile every time. So, and I just wanted to share some of the different styles of the Sun that I have in decks. The card that I least like is the King of Swords. And I think it's because I just don't get it. I don't relate to it at all. And I struggle with it whenever it comes up in a reading. So I obviously probably need to, work with it more, but I don't know. It's my least favorite, which is, I guess, different. A lot of people might say their least favorite is like the Three of Swords. I know someone who doesn't like the moon card. So, but mine is the King of Swords. Let me grab a drink here. Next question. What do people close to you feel about tarot and you doing tarot? So people close to me know that tarot is a part of my life and that I love it. I love decks. I love readings. I love just the whole thing of it. So if I haven't shared tarot with you, then basically we're not close. So you haven't come into the inner sanctum of my life yet. Next question. How do you feel about the esoteric stuff in tarot? So I absolutely love that in tarot, you can go as deep as you want or not. And you can dig into the esoteric stuff, or you can just leave it in the basic RWS, not so esoteric, and still love tarot and have great readings and guidance from it. And it's for everybody, no matter what part you want to dig into or look at or how you want to read. And I absolutely love that. Next question, RWS, Thoth, Marseille, and why? So it's RWS because I learned with it. It's easy for me. I vibe with it. And the other ones, I just really don't. I am interested in Thoth, and I have been studying a little bit, but it still goes back to RWS. Next question. What are your thoughts on cardstock? So I'm not a snob for cardstock, but if I have a cardstock that I don't like, then I won't use the deck as much. I have a Christmas deck that has really slippery cards, and I think I tried reading with it once. Um, I like linen. Sounds pretty, but it was super slippery for me too. So I don't know. I only have one linen card deck, and that is the Fyodor Pavlov deck. I love the artwork and everything, and I love reading with it. It's just the linen cardstock is slippery to me. So, and if cards are super flimsy, then I don't enjoy it as much either. Bags or boxes. So my thing is I have both. So the Star Tarot I took out of a bag because it was easier to get to in a bag than in a box with the book and everything. But I keep like the Fyodor Pavlov one is in the box. It's a beautiful box. And then there's other ones that I put, if it's a tuck box, it'll probably go into a bag. I made this bag and for the Pixie Pop Tarot, and it was in a tuck box. So I have both. I'm not picky. I just, if it's a huge box or a flimsy box, then I'm probably going to get rid of it or set it aside. I don't know why I even do that, but I have boxes in storage, not a lot. I'll have to rethink that. Next question. How did you learn tarot or get into it? So long time ago, like 30 plus years, I picked up a tarot deck. I bought one and did some readings on it and then just stopped for a very long time. And then in 2017, my mom died. And that was kind of a spiritual awakening for me. And I was drawn back into tarot and other things. And so I haven't stopped since then. I absolutely love it. It's definitely a part of me. And I wouldn't give it up. So the next question, best news in tarot that you heard lately. So for me, it's a generalized thing that there are so many decks for so many things that people like, different styles, different lifestyles, and everybody can find something that suits them. So there's such a wide variety. And then the other thing I love is that there are minis of decks. So in fact, I have one right here, the Pocket Archetypes in a mini in the tin. So I love that you can get a mini one of a lot more decks now too. Next question, how many decks are on your to get list? And too many to count. There's a bunch there. So, some have been there a long time. Some I end up buying sooner. It's just a lot. There's a whole list in my Amazon for that. Next question, if you could only keep 3 decks, which ones would you choose and why? So I would definitely, it would be the Star Tarot that I've showed you. For sure, that one. It would also be Pixie Pop, which is not the name of it. Pixie Pop was the name of the playing card deck that came with this deck when I did Kickstarter. So it's Pixie Tarot, and it's by, I believe, Jillian Wilde. I think that's her name. I'm so sorry. But this one I love because it has, they recolored the Rider-Waite Smith, and I love the colors, and it's on like a rose petal card, and they're not oversized. They're a good size, and I absolutely love this deck. So I would need a basic RWS deck. So this would be the one I would choose. I read with it quite often. I love the feel of it. I love how it shuffles and everything. And then the third one I would do would be, and I had it here, I just don't know where it went. It's the Osho Zen Tarot. Here it is. Here is the book. The book is good. It's not in color, but it has the cards and meanings, and then it goes into like what Osho Zen would say about the card. And the reason I chose this as one of the 3 is because it goes in pretty deep. I've had some really wonderful readings with this. They make you think. They go deeper than you thought it would. And I love the colors too. So I did say I was into colorful decks. They did change the suits, so they're different. There's like rainbows, and I can't remember offhand. But this deck just really does some really good deep readings, and you sit back and you're like, oh, that was amazing. So that's why I would choose this deck too, the Osho Zen Tarot. Then I also have 3 oracles that I would choose because I like oracles also. One of them is the Mystical Shaman Oracle. And this box is a box in a box. So I haven't decided to get rid of the big box yet, but it has a box in a box. I love the artwork on these. And I love how the cards feel also. And these also give really good spiritual readings. I love them. This is done by Alberto Villoldo, Colette Baron-Reid, and Marcela Lobos. So I just think they're beautiful. So that's the Mystical Shaman Oracle that I would, one of the 3 that I would have to have. The other one is the Wilde Unknown Archetypes. I have it in the pocket tin and then in the full size even. So the readings on these cards is amazing. And I love how she wrote the book. They're going to be upside down. I know they are. There we go. So I love this. I bought the small one because 1, I love a tin. And 2, it's easier to lay out when you're doing a bunch of cards with the small ones. So the pocket types, the Wilde Unknown Archetypes by Kim Krans is another oracle that I would have to have. You should check it out. It's really amazing. And I'm going to get her alchemy deck pretty soon too. But believe it or not, I don't have the Wilde Unknown Tarot. I was never drawn to that, but just the pocket archetypes and the alchemy. Then the third one is The Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron-Reid. And these I love. I think this is the first oracle deck I actually bought years ago. She puts a lot into her guidebooks. So the messages for the cards, I always like going to her guidebook. You don't have to, but I find so much good information there. I love the artwork. It's whimsical. The colors are really pretty. And it reads really well too. So look at that. I mean, that's just so pretty. Time for a nap. Hallelujah. This is actually my favorite card, Between Worlds. This is how I felt for such a long time and still kind of feel. I'm more on the color side now, coming out of the dark and the black and white or gray. So anyway, that is the Wisdom of the Oracle. That's the third oracle deck that I would have to have with me. Next question. How does knowing tarot influence your everyday? So knowing tarot, it feels like a best friend, a mentor, somebody that I could ask anything of and who will always be there to support me. So I never feel alone, and I always feel like I have backup. That's part of why I love tarot too. If you could turn back the time, would you have learned tarot any other way? I just would not have stopped for 30 some years. Actually, it's probably like 25 years. I would have kept reading. But other than that, no. I've learned from great people, and in groups. I learned at tarot meetups, and I wouldn't change that at all. What are your thoughts on Three of Swords? So I did pull out different Three of Swords here. So my thoughts are, yeah, it can be hard to have a Three of Swords, especially when you're going through it or about to go through it, as we sometimes learn with tarot. But I've also learned that it speaks about being able to move on and processing through it and coming out better on the other side. So it can be a very hard card, but it has, when you come through, you've learned so much about yourself and grown. So I try to keep a positive look on that. This card I love because it has two angels there basically giving her a hug. I love that. So yeah, that's my thought on it. And when you come out on the other side, you're a better person than when you went in. And I think but it's definitely hard when you're there. Next question, how many decks do I have right now? So I counted them. I have 109. I have 59 tarot, 43 oracle, 2 Thoth, 5 Lenormand, and 1 Kipper deck. So I like my decks. If you could befriend one person in TarotTube or in the tarot world, who would it be? And I think I would love to meet Maureen at the Ways of Your Soul. I really enjoy her, and I think we would have a lot of fun together. And what is the favorite part of the day to do tarot? So I like doing it morning or afternoon, only because at nighttime, in the evenings, I'm getting really tired, and I don't do it when I'm really tired or not feeling well. I just don't. So yeah, that's my thing. So there you go. There's a little bit about me, and I'm glad you guys came on and watched this. Please subscribe down below. If you have any questions or want to know anything or any ideas, please put those in the comments. And I can't wait to build this community within TarotTube community too and have a lot of fun. So I will see you later. Thank y'all. Bye.